Hello, everyone, and welcome to a new episode of the Zodiac podcast, a podcast about anything, everything. And I had a line there. I didn't have it up yet. We'll try that again. A podcast about wrestling, pop culture, movies, and whatever the fuck we want to talk about. A podcast that will not get you sick on their chicken nuggets. And that is a proven fact. With me today, I have two of the three owners of All Content Entertainment in Corpus Christi, Texas. First, also known as Thabos, the court jester of All Content, Jesse. Jesse, how are you, sir?
Hello. Court Jester's back.
Yes, he is, and you're shorter than I expected.
Coffee, bro. It's coffee.
It's Star Wars month. You got to do that. And also joining us is my brother from another mother, the king of the paranormal and the other shit that he says during his podcast, none other than Lord Draven himself, Mr. Scuba Steve.
You better put some damn respect on that name, and it's Lord Scuba Steve, just like it's Lord Draven and Lord Scuba Cabra, the host with the ghost, the prince of the paranormal, the duke of the dead, the ghost daddy, the sinister minister, Lord Scuba Steve. What's up, buddy?
This is not the Recycled Corn podcast, so we don't do that here.
I do what the fuck I want, when I want, how I want.
That is true. You are the owner. You're paying my paychecks. So anyway.
Wait, you get a paycheck? What?
Shh, don't tell Jesse. Don't tell Jesse.
Oh, okay.
I can't hear. I need a new headset.
All right. The first topic we're going to talk about is near and dear, not to just to myself, but also to Mr. Scuba Steve. Believe it was last week, they released a picture of the new James Gunn Superman. I'm going to pull up the picture for everyone to see. Let me share my screen. Give me a moment. Boom. And there it is. Apparently, Superman's in no fucking hurry to save the world when he's putting on his fucking big ass boots.
This picture is fucking trash. Just from this picture alone, this is the worst representation ever that we've gotten of Superman. I would take Nicolas Cage Superman over this bullshit Superman.
Wow.
Damn.
How are you going to sit there and have the world in danger and Superman's just casually putting his boots on? Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Superman beat the Flash in a race. Superman is fast as fuck.
Yeah.
Superman does not sit on his ass and put his boots on.
Well,
unless boots are for.
Unless it's the Superman from Superman 3 where he's like, I always make it on time. Maybe he's got some red kryptonite going on. We don't know. We don't know. I'm just saying.
This is new age propaganda bullshit. This is right here.
This is why I wanted Scuba on the show for this.
Fuck you. This is hashtag not my Superman. All right.
Oh,
I'm gonna go watch the movie. I'm still gonna go watch it. But
yeah, no shit. We're still gonna watch it.
And I'm watching it because it's the first time we're getting Brainiac on screen. And I guarantee you, they'll fuck it up. James Gunn will fuck it up with everything that he's talked about wanting to do with the DC universe. It's fucking doomed. If this movie flops, I'm telling you right now, if this movie flops, comic book movies are dead.
Oh, yeah. Well, at least the DC ones anyway.
No. Comic book movies in general, because they've already been going on way too long. True. If this Superman movie flops, comic book movies are dead. And that's it.
Yeah.
If Superman can't save the comic book movie industry right now, nobody can. Nobody. So I hate the representation of that we got on screen. It shows nothing that makes Superman what Superman is. Ever. So I don't know what angle James Gunn's trying to fucking push in his version of Superman, but from the one picture, I hate it. I fucking hate it.
And I'm glad this picture came out last week because I was planning my podcast last week, and when it did, I'm like, I am so glad I'm having Scuba Steve on the show because I already knew that number one, you weren't going to like it, just like I didn't.
Yeah.
But number two, I knew your opinion would be very heartfelt to be like, what the fuck is this shit? And I get that. And it's funny, the internet does not disappoint. And I did not pull them up before, but the internet photoshopped images behind him.
Oh, I saw that, bro.
There was one of Henry Cavill holding up a car or some shit.
Yeah.
The one that made me laugh, and I shouldn't laugh because it's too soon.
Trade Towers.
The Twin Towers. It's like,
Twin
oh,
Towers,
God. It's like, oh, God.
Yeah.
I was like, man, sometimes the internet goes too far. I don't think that was it, but fuck, that was.
Well, I'm gonna Photoshop one too, just because I haven't been on my Photoshop bullshit. And so if you see it anywhere, they stole it from this podcast because I came up with the idea first. I'm gonna put the submarine from the Titanic.
Fuck.
Oh my God. Oh man, that's funny shit. And I don't know, for me, from that picture, it looks like James Gunn has never either read a Superman comic, or watched a Superman movie.
Well, he's already said Superman is not the hero of this movie.
Then he's already fucking up.
Lois Lane is.
She's not.
What? That's what he said. He said Superman is not the hero of this movie. Lois Lane is. And I'm like, what, bro? You know what? Fuck you and your woke ass.
Mm-hmm.
And I hate saying that word because it sounds so stupid to me.
Yeah, agreed.
But I just, I don't know, man. I don't fucking know.
That's gonna be interesting as fuck to see on the screen.
And I love Superman so much. That's my shit.
Mm-hmm.
And just to see it be shit on. And there's a lot of people that talk shit about Zack Snyder's vision and how Zack Snyder's this and that. I thought it was great. I loved Henry Cavill as Superman.
He was
all they did. All they did with this is fucking pick a guy that looks exactly like Henry Cavill, but younger. That's it. That's all they fucking did.
I've seen this story before. What was it? 2006, 2007. They got Brandon Routh to play.
Oh yeah.
A Christopher Reeve lookalike. I mean, come on. It's the same shit, just 20 years later.
Yep.
Have we not?
And look at how that movie turned out.
Well,
I would have rather have gotten a sequel to Superman Returns with Brandon Routh than to have this new movie come out.
But then again, having Stalker Superman, I don't know. It's not a fan of that shit, but that's just me. What is Lois doing? Oh, she's hanging out with Cyclops. But
after Jean fucking wiped him from the fucking X-Men universe, she threw his ass in the DC universe.
Wait, what? You're not ruining 97 for me, are you?
No, the movie when Jean fucking.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about that for the third one. Yeah, I forgot about that.
When fucking Jean
Grey forgot about that.
Just completely obliterates him, and he just gone.
Yeah, she did the same thing to Professor X too. It's like, oh, you're done. Bye-bye. But can we agree that we're all going to watch the movie anyway? We're going to give it, just like with The Flash, we knew it was going to be trash, but we're still going to watch.
I haven't seen the Marvels. I haven't seen Black Widow.
It's okay.
There are superhero movies that I will watch, even if I know they're going to suck.
Yeah.
Superman's one of them. I'm a glutton for punishment.
Mm.
But like I said, I'm excited that for once we're getting somebody other than Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
We're finally getting Brainiac on screen, so I will give him that. But what he said and his representation so far is a slap in the face to true Superman fans.
True. Although I am on board with Nathan Fillion playing Guy Gardner. I'm curious how that's going to go.
I mean, you're a Green Lantern guy, so I figured you'd be excited for that.
Well, if the truth be told, before I met you, I was a Superman fan, and we were trying to form our Justice League. You were like, nope, I'm Superman. I'm like, okay, new comic book hero. Let's see what we can find. So
I am Kal-El.
Yeah. Drinking that Mexican Coke there. And not even sharing with nobody.
I like Mexican Pepsi.
Just for the taste of it. Scuba Steve.
Big my nuts.
All right. we're gonna move on to some wrestling here.
Wrestling.
We have the King of the Ring tournament going on currently. I am not gonna lie, I have been a very horrible wrestling fan lately. I've been kind of behind, but I did look up where we are. We've already had the first round for both the women and the men. Currently in the quarterfinals for the men, we had Gunther defeat Kofi and Jay Uso defeat Aja Dragunov. I think that's how you say his name. And then on SmackDown tomorrow, it's Randy Orton versus Carmelo and LA Knight. Oh, I'm sorry. LA Knight's already beaten Tama Tonga, apparently, as it says defeated, not versus. So, spoiler alert, LA Knight wins.
What the fuck?
I swear to God, I'm looking at the webpage right now, and it's got Gunther defeats Kofi, Jay beats Aja Dragunov, and then Randy versus Carmelo, and then LA Knight defeats Tama Tonga. I just saw it. So I was like, okay, I guess
Wow.
LA Knight's going over. Okay, cool. And then on the women's side, it's Io Sky defeated Shayna Baszler. Lyra Valkyria defeated Zoe Stark. No shock there. Jade Cargill versus Nia Jax and Bianca Belair versus Tiffany Stratton. Now, with that being said, we'll start with the men. Of those four, or actually 6 men that I just mentioned, who are you thinking is going to win the King of the Ring?
I really want Gunther to win this.
He's had his time in the spotlight.
I would love LA Knight to win.
That's what I was thinking too.
He's not going to.
No, probably.
I would love him to. I would love Randy Orton to win. It's not going to happen. I think it's going to be my third pick, and that is Jey Uso.
You know, that would make sense with the whole bloodline and everything, with the way the bloodline's going now. I could see that happening. I mean, me personally, I would love to see LA Knight win it, only because he's not going to get a title shot anytime soon. It's just they were pushing him, and then Cody beat Roman Reigns, and they kind of the crowd wants him to go over.
They put him on a back burner right when Cody came back.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because everybody was a fucking LA Knight fan, and then Cody came back, and it was kind of like
they took away his spotlight.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much, yeah.
Everything that Cody Rhodes is doing right now is what LA Knight should have been doing.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. Yeah, like I said, I would love to see LA Knight win this whole thing. I don't see it happen. He's facing somebody from the bloodline too, so
yeah.
You know, I think it'll probably end up being Gunther versus LA Knight. I do, and then from there, that's who your winner's going to be. So that's just me. Again, I haven't been watching. I don't know the storyline. I haven't
been watching either. I'm just going off of what and it's hard for me to watch because I do the podcast on Mondays, and then on Fridays, I'm just usually so fucking tired from the week that I completely forget to watch SmackDown.
Well, if you have Hulu, you can actually watch the recap of Raw and SmackDown if you have Hulu. If not, then so we agree it's probably going to be either LA Knight or Jey Uso.
That's what I think.
Yeah. Okay. Now with the women, I kind of see what I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of Jade.
It doesn't matter who the fuck is in this fucking women's Queen of the Ring tournament. Jade Cargill is gonna win.
Yeah, that's why I'm like
it doesn't matter. There's nobody that they're pushing harder than Jade right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she's not gonna lose against fucking.
She's playing. She's wrestling Nia Jax.
Yeah. She's not gonna lose against Nia Jax, and the reason I say that is, look at the way she manhandled her.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, in her debut. So it's not gonna happen.
That being said, because you have Bianca Belair versus Tiffany Stratton, on paper, I would love to see Tiffany Stratton get that shot because she's not going to win a title anytime soon in WWE. But it would make sense for her to win said Queen of the Ring, and her attitude will just skyrocket because Tiffy time and all that bullshit.
No.
But
Did you hear about the backlash that she's having right now?
yeah, I did hear about that. There was some comments she made on Twitter or some shit, and people are making comments to her. I didn't see what the comment was.
It was a
But
video of her slapping Jade, and then it's a voiceover of it sounds like a female, but it's saying something black B word.
oh,
Yeah,
okay.
and I saw they. I don't know if they're still scheduling her match for SmackDown because I'm trying to look at reports and it's not there. So I don't know if they
Yeah.
took that off or what.
But it's funny because you have both Bianca Belair, who another person I can't stand. She annoys the shit out of me.
Same.
If Jade and Bianca win their matches, it's going to be the tag team champions versus each other to go to the Queen of the Ring.
Yeah, that
Now,
doesn't make sense.
well, that's actually some good storytelling though, too, because one of them might make a fucking heel turn while they're tag champs.
I don't think they would.
I don't do it either,
no,
but
I don't
it's a
think they
nice
would.
idea.
I can't stand Bianca Belair though. I can't stand her. She's on screen and I'm just not interested.
Yeah, I can't stand her. I wish she would just go away. And I was very happy when Becky beat her in a squash match to win her title back, like 2-3 years ago.
Wow.
It was like,
I was so pissed off when that happened.
wow. I was happy because I love Becky, and I bought her book. I'm actually in the process of reading it right now.
We have it also.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually read it, and I'm probably gonna do a review on it just because there's nothing Becky can do. Becky can do no wrong in my eyes. So, just saying. All right, so we're thinking Knight or Jey Uso, and then probably Jade as your king and queen of the ring. Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of disappointing, but it is what it is. Moving on to celebrity deaths that still hurt to this day.
Ooh.
We'll start with you, Jesse.
Oh man. Would wrestlers be counted as celebrities?
Yes.
As
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah, anybody.
Well,
don't say Chris Benoit. Do not say Chris Benoit.
okay, I won't mention that name then. But for sure, watching Eddie and of course Bray Wyatt.
Yeah. Okay, I can see that.
I mean, Eddie was well known here for Texas, of course.
Yeah.
I got to meet his dad years ago. That was an honor to meet him. And of course, with Bray, I have met him on multiple occasions, but it sucks because he was barely reaching that level on his prime, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
And of course, if y'all haven't seen the documentary, y'all gotta check it out.
It's fucking amazing.
It
I have yet to watch it. I need to.
It's so damn good.
They're saying that Uncle Howdy made a teaser today, taking over WWE's Twitch. So there's a video out online. If y'all look at it, I could send it to y'all later, but there's a video online. I definitely recommend watching it because fuck, bro. For the way they're bringing this Uncle Howdy story to honor Bray, it's fucking amazing. I can't wait to see how WWE does it.
Yeah, I've heard there's speculation about Alexa Bliss revising her character in that storyline or just having her be who she was before. So, but we won't know until she comes back. I know she's training to come back.
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of time before we see her back in the ring.
I mean, but think what better way to have her come back than this? This is like the pristine opportunity to bring her back into something that's just gonna put her on this legendary pedestal for storytelling. And if they're smart about it, this is how they bring her back, is with Uncle Howdy and whatever crew he is putting together.
Hell, they could even do it to where she's the new Fiend, where she has her own mask and she comes out there and does her own thing, and she does. She could take over she could do the Funhouse.
I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't want her to wear a mask like the Fiend or become the new version of the Fiend per se, because that was Bray's thing. That was Bray's brainchild. He created that. That was an evolution of a monster that he created.
Yeah.
And so to just slap that on somebody else and make it a girl version of it, it just, the Fiend is gone. That character, along with the man, has been laid to rest.
Yeah.
Now you do something to honor the legacy that Bray was. And don't get me wrong, I know he's on the other side right now going, fucking do it to it. Get it fucking done and make it the best fucking horror story WWE's ever fucking seen.
They could still do the fun house with Uncle Howdy and have like a little shrine in the back with the mask
This
and
won't-
maybe the belt or something.
This
like
won't be the fun house this will not be anything that we've ever seen
that. Okay.
before. I guarantee it. We're not
Okay.
going to see the fun house. We're not going it's going to be something completely different, and it's going to be dark as fuck.
I'm hoping so, man.
Yeah.
Like, I really
I
hope
mean,
that's how they bring back
Watching the documentary, and I told this to the guys when I told them I was changing my Draven mask and I wanted to evolve the character. Watching this documentary, I never got to meet Bray Wyatt in person. I got to see him wrestle, but I never got to meet him in person.
Mm-hmm.
I could have been friends with this man. He and I could have been best friends with everything that he is interested in. Watching it, it gave me chills because the similarities between himself and myself, it's a parallel, bro. Everything that he was into, the way his mind worked, the way he created his character, the stories, the way he loved horror. It's the same shit. You know what I mean? And so watching the documentary is what inspired me to evolve Draven into this next level, because even before Bray died, I had already evolved from the monster that was initially in Ace to the next step that we saw at the PLE with the spike mask on the horns and stuff. So there was already a small evolution. This next evolution is completely different. Not only is it an evolution in the look of the character, it's also a change it's also an evolution for the attitude of the character.
Okay.
And that is, watching that documentary inspired, and I bawled my eyes out watching this documentary, because his death is the one celebrity death that hits so fucking hard still. Because like Davo said, he was getting there. He was getting to his prime. He was getting to his peak.
Mm-hmm.
And he never got to go there. And that's the part that hurts, is that he didn't get to even start. He came back and then he was gone. Just like that,
Yeah, it was.
And so, as much of a storyteller as he was with his character and the character development and the way that he just built and created the legacy for himself, it's one of the hardest deaths to actually deal with, because he was so young still too. Wasn't even 40 yet.
Yeah.
And it's surreal to think that you could be here, you take a nap, and you never wake up.
Yeah. For me, yeah, kind of surreal there for a minute. For me, it's two gentlemen that I grew up idolizing, and ironically enough, they were not only friends, but they were roommates in college. And that is Mr. Robin Williams and Mr. Christopher Reeve. Two men.
Yeah.
Yeah, they both went to Juilliard together. They were roommates. They were good friends. They were friends all the way up until Christopher Reeve passed away in 2001, I believe it was.
Yeah.
And growing up as a kid in the late 70s, early 80s, you were a fan of. I had a Superman poster in my fucking room.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had it.
Everybody did. Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking love Superman. And for Robin Williams, and over the weekend, I watched one of his first dramatic role movies called The World According to Garp. It's a great fucking movie based on a book. It is such a good movie. I highly recommend it to anybody out there. It is you will not be disappointed. This is Robin Williams in his first serious role. This is after he did Popeye, might I add. Popeye, people tend to talk shit about Popeye, but I love that movie.
I love that, dude. That's such a cult classic.
It really is. But it's not the
CJ Renegade's in that movie.
God damn it.
I mean, if you ask JXM, he's in there as Bluto.
Fuck. Who? I mean, that guy that got let go? Yeah, okay.
He quit.
Yeah, like a little bitch. But no, well, actually, with Christopher Reeve, tragedy struck twice, and it was when he fell off the horse in, I think, 94 and was paralyzed from the neck down, and then he finally passed away due to those injuries, like just less than a decade later. And then Robin Williams, oh my God, depression strikes again, and then they always tell us that the funniest people are sometimes the most depressed people.
Yeah, and you get so tired of making other people happy, but you feel as if that's your purpose in the world, and if you're not making other people laugh, you feel so empty inside, and so that's why they say that the people that are the funniest are the ones that are the most deeply depressed.
Yeah.
So I'm glad Jesse's not funny at all.
Motherfucker.
Wow. that means he's gonna live forever. Fuck that. Ugh. Damn it.
God, it was so serious.
I know, right? You like that shit? That's how good I am on the fucking mic.
Oh,
don't forget that shit.
If you ever get a chance, go back and watch some of Robin Williams' stand-up. It's fucking...
Oh, dude, he's fucking hilarious.
And a lot of it he's doing off top of his fucking head. He's got no script. He's just... Yep. But his early shit that he did in the 80s, An Evening with Robin Williams, this is back when he was still drinking and he was getting over a cocaine addiction.
Yeah.
So, and he's even said later on in life that the cocaine addiction really fucked with his head.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, he was supposed to go to a party in the party that John Belushi died in when he overdosed. Robin Williams was supposed to be at that party, and he didn't go. And Robin always blamed himself for the death of John Belushi. Like, I could have stopped him. I could prevent that. Like, John Belushi just did what the fuck he wanted to do. There was really no way of stopping the guy, and tragedy. It is what it is. You shouldn't blame yourself for somebody else's actions. But after another somber moment, we'll move on to our next topic. All right, gentlemen, I want you to erase one moment from professional wrestling history. It is either the King of the Ring in 1996, I believe the year was, the infamous Stone Cold Austin 316 says, "I just whooped your ass" promo that launched the Attitude Era, or the Hogan heel turn at Bash at the Beach that same year. It was in 95 or 96, I forget what year it was, where he started the new world order of professional wrestling, brother.
Well, I will say this one thing before we choose.
Sure.
Only two of us were alive to actually witness this.
That is true.
Live on TV.
That is true.
Thabos is not one of those two.
No, he is not. He's still
we'll
a fetus.
Let him go first.
Well, he's going to go first.
He wasn't even a fetus.
He was in your ball sack.
He was still swimming around my ball sack.
Hi, Mama Thabos.
Hi.
All right, Jesse.
Shout out to the Glizzy Gobbler.
Yeah, brother.
Oh my god. Oh, y'all are terrible.
I just have the image of that gingerbread man from fucking Shrek. Glaze me. Glaze me.
Where do you think they got it from?
Shit.
Oh
my. Anywho, erase one from history. Personal bias is allowed.
I'm gonna have to go with the Hulk Hogan forming the NWO.
So that's going away forever. that is no longer exists?
I would say, yeah.
Wow. Why?
I mean, okay. Yeah, no, I'm a youngin, so I don't
That's
know
fine.
a lot about it.
That's
But
fine.
I just feel maybe we could have gotten this Attitude Era direction even more within WWE. Maybe it could have lasted longer before we had the entertainment, before they had to take the F out. Just imagine like the other possibilities they could have brought in, especially with talents.
Okay.
And that's really something to really still think on, because you're creating a whole different, I guess, universe
Mhm.
without the NWO. Like, what would their direction be? Of course, WCW, they might already been gone after Bash at the Beach. If that never happened, they
Look,
probably would have never happened.
without the NWO, there would be no DX.
That's true.
Damn. Yeah, see, I didn't think of it like that.
100% true. 100%
So
true.
my thoughts on this is I will erase the Stone Cold promo. But let me tell you why. The Attitude Era would have started up regardless, with or without that promo.
Yep.
It still would have been a thing. If you erase Hogan's New World Order promo, what do you have for WCW? Nothing.
Nothing.
So then you don't
Absolutely
have the
nothing.
Monday Night Wars, and that right there, that one promo that Hulk Hogan did, that is the Nexus event. That is the event that you cannot erase, because if you do, and there is no Monday Night War, then all other things cease to exist.
Yep.
With that one promo that Hulk Hogan, regardless of what he is outside of the ring, inside the ring, regardless of that one promo with Hollywood Hogan, Monday Night Wars wouldn't have been a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Monday Nitro would have had shit ratings.
Yep.
WWF probably still would have been chugging along, but it wouldn't have given them the drive that they needed to push for the Attitude Era, to
Yep.
push back against Ted Turner. Ted Turner would have fucking kept dishing out fucking money. So, without that, I mean, it just, that right there is the catalyst. That right there is what set wrestling apart in that era. You cannot get rid of that. But you can't get rid of the Stone Cold promo, because regardless, Stone Cold was still a bad motherfucker.
Mm.
And so I think that it still would have, the Attitude Era still would have kicked off simply because of the fact of what WCW was doing.
Mm-hmm. And not just that, but a fun fact, that King of the Ring that Stone Cold won, Stone Cold originally was not planning to win that particular. It was supposed to be Triple H.
Yep.
But prior to that, the infamous curtain call at Madison Square Garden, Hall and Nash were leaving WWF at the time. So those two, Triple H and Shawn Michaels, were in the ring. They took their bows. They broke kayfabe for the first time in history.
Yep.
And Vince is sitting in his office going, okay, I can't punish Razor Ramon. I can't punish Diesel. Shawn Michaels is the fucking champion right now. I can't fuck with him. Triple H went from top to mid card just that fucking quick. Triple H is the one that got punished for it. And granted, his career went off, but again, had it not been for that one little thing, Stone Cold would not have risen to where he was. And I am not a Stone Cold fan in any shape or form. I cannot stand Stone Cold Steve Austin, even though he's from the great state of Texas. But I appreciate what he did. And I'm not a fan of Hogan either. I was always a Macho Man Randy Savage fan. But the fact that he did a heel turn, which nobody saw coming. Hulk Hogan was always the take your say your vitamin, say your prayers kind of guy.
Prayers. Yeah, and that is what was so shocking.
Yeah.
And I still remember watching that pay-per-view.
Yep.
And when Hogan came out, I was so excited because it's Hulk Hogan. He's the real American.
He was Superman. He was a real life Superman.
it would be like if John Cena were to turn heel. Could
I
you
would love to
imagine
see
how
that.
you would too, but as a little kid, look at
Mm,
the way kids idolize John Cena.
yeah.
John Cena is this era's Hulk Hogan.
Yep.
If John Cena were to turn heel,
Oh,
my
Bro,
fuck.
God,
I
could
would
you
lose my
imagine?
shit.
Okay, the way you lost the way you think you would lose your shit is the way I lost my shit when Hulk Hogan was revealed to be the third fucking member.
When he leg dropped Macho Man Randy Savage.
Yes,
And
he betrayed his friend in the
Yeah.
middle of the fucking ring when you thought he was coming out to save him. I remember getting up and screaming, and my dad's like, "Yeah," and I'm like, "Oh my God, he's gonna save the no!" And I dropped to my fucking knees and I teared up because
Yeah.
my hero, the person I would watch on the Saturday morning cartoon, the person I idolized, the person I wanted to be,
Yep.
was a bad guy. And
Yeah.
it blew my fucking mind. I didn't have that reaction with Stone Cold,
Uh,
but that blew my fucking little mind. I had you remember those rubber figures that they had of the
Yeah, I do.
wrestlers that were like that size? I had the Hulk Hogan, I had Ultimate Warrior, I had Macho Man, I had the fucking pillow, the Hulk Hogan pillow.
Oh my
Like,
God, yeah.
yeah. And I didn't want them anymore. I didn't want them. But
Oh,
then,
shit.
You're wild, bro.
Wow.
but then watching it, and as I'm getting older, because you got to remember this happened in what,
96.
96.
95, 96.
So I say little kid. I wasn't a little kid. I was already a teenager, but still, I felt like a little kid watching this shit because I watched Hulk Hogan my whole fucking life. You know what I mean?
But you cried like a little bitch.
And I did.
Bro.
I did cry like a little bitch. But I'm at that turning point in my life where I'm going to high school now. And I start seeing that, well, maybe being a good guy isn't the good thing to do. And so that's when me and all of my friends were like, fuck it, we're the NWO. So we all started wearing fucking NWO shirts to school. We totally got in trouble because they said we were a gang. And I'm like, it's a fucking wrestling shirt. Like they banned NWO shirts. Like,
Are you serious?
They fucking banned NWO shirts at Toloso.
Wow.
You could not wear a fucking NWO shirt. And
That's
then when the Wolfpack came out,
Oh no.
man, bro, it was just, yeah, it was crazy. And don't get me wrong, like back then, I think I was more of a WCW guy than I was WWE.
Yeah.
And I watched both, but I would start watching Monday Nitro and then go to WWE during commercials.
Yeah.
You know, and but then it started to turn. It started to turn, and that's when the Attitude Era fucking just plow completely started fucking kicking ass.
Yeah. And they came full circle when Mankind won the title in 99.
Yep.
That was when it came full circle. And the thing that made it cool for me for that whole Hulk Hogan turn, it wasn't the fact that he did it. It's the fact that you had Bobby the Brain Heenan on commentary. And in true Bobby the Brain Heenan, oh, I knew it. He's the third guy. I fucking... Like 5 minutes before that, he's like, I don't know who the third guy is. I don't know. He could be anybody.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. And then Hulk Hogan's here. Oh, my God. He's going to save the day. And then I knew it. He's the third guy. And then,
you know, Bobby the Brain who does he remind me of? Oh, yeah, that douchebag, Josh Zodiac. Oh, wait, we're on his podcast right now. Sorry.
Oh, you mean Trip McNeely, right?
Yeah, fuck you.
But you talk about that, but when I do commentary for all content, I'd like to take little elements from
no doubt
commentators that I grew up with.
And you can tell, and that's why it works so great when we do the commentary.
Yeah.
I think because we have that good guy, bad guy, even though it's on commentary. It's not, we're not in the ring, but it's still you, even though there's bad guys on screen, you're talking shit to everybody. It's
Yep.
not just you're not picking and choosing, but then there are times where you pick and choose. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? And so
exactly.
that's what makes it so great. And that's what gives it for me, that's what gives it that old school vibe
Yeah.
from our era of wrestling.
You know, people like Jesse the Body Ventura, even Jerry King Lawler to a certain point.
No.
Yeah. So yeah,
I mean, if we had more women in Ace, I'd definitely be screaming out puppies.
but we only have 2.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
And if anybody else screams out puppies looking at my woman, I'll fucking kill them.
I was gonna yell it, but I'm like, nope. But I'm 8 hours away, so fuck it.
I'll find you. Why did the lights go out in Jesse's room?
Uh-oh.
No,
I've
my
been
PC,
really
my
shy,
PC screen turned
baby.
off, bro. My PC screen
Trying to
turned off.
hold back his feelings for so long.
It's time for the finger bang. Oh
No,
yeah.
You
I'm not
feel
doing nothing.
like I feel,
No,
baby.
you'll know he's the only said he goes.
Nah.
He's like, I'll be back in a second, guys.
For those
Nah.
that are listening to the podcast versus watching it, I did the old sniffing the finger thing.
Oh,
So
God.
you horny teenagers out there, yeah.
Bro, I am 22.
Like, bro, why does my finger smell like butt?
Oh my God.
What's this smell like? My ass.
And then you hear, I'm the madman.
Oh no.
God.
And with that, we will segue. Like I said earlier, I have 2 of the 3 principal owners of All Content Entertainment down in beautiful Corpus Christi, Texas. And it's come to my understanding there's some changes coming from this new ownership coming in. I want you 2 gentlemen to let us know what is going on and what the future is holding for everybody a part of All Content Entertainment.
Well, I'll let Thabos take that because nobody's supposed to fucking know that I'm part owner for the story.
Oops.
Way to break kayfabe, dickwad.
Well, he didn't tell me not to do it, so
no. But I'll let Jesse talk about that because I mean, really, the only person that can even talk about that is Jesse because he's the one who created this. This is his brainchild, and we just kind of evolved it, as all things need to do. They need to evolve. Now, while he had this great idea, we just kind of took that ball of clay and said, okay, you made this clay. Let us stick this bitch in the fucking fire for you and make it something better.
Ooh.
Jesse?
Go ahead, Jesse.
Man. There's a little bit of few changes we could mention, some that we can't.
Just talk about the ones you can. No big deal.
But
No worries.
I definitely want to mention that we are updating some designs onto our championships. We're going to be updating the heavyweight championship as well as the current All Content Entertainment main championship.
Nice.
And it's going to be beautiful. It's in production for one of them. And the heavyweight should be in production very, very soon. So
Heavyweight's already in production.
Oh,
he started working on it today. So we have both titles. They needed a facelift, especially since we're going in a new direction with this. Mm-hmm. It's not just about the Facebook content anymore. And that's where this started, was with, Thabos Adventures.
Yeah.
And so the titles back then, having the Facebook logo and all that was a great idea for the time, but since we're evolving as a company, the titles also need to evolve. Now we have the Dark Web Championship and we have the Hardcore Championship that the Hardcore Champion still has those logos on there. And I feel like that's kind of in honor of what the past titles meant, and the new design for the All Content Championship is fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
The heavyweight champion is going to be the heavyweight championship is going to be something that you have never seen before when it comes to a title.
Really?
The design for this thing is 100% unique. It's going to blow your fucking mind. It's not just a copy of somebody else's title. It does have elements from other titles as far as size. I will say this: it will be the size of the Big Gold.
Ooh.
But it will also be multi-tiered.
Ooh,
So it's not just going to be flat.
nice.
This is probably the most expensive title that I've had to pay for.
Now, when hopefully at the next PLE, are we going to unveil at least one of these belts?
We should have both titles before the next PLE.
Ooh,
I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to have a match at the PLE. So if I don't have a match, I would love to do a presentation where I'm
Unveil the
given where we unveil the new title and they give me the new title or whatever.
Mhm.
And then we have something planned for the all content title, but we have to do some other stuff first. So the all content title will probably be revealed after No Regrets. We will have it in hand, but it probably will not be revealed until after No Regrets. Because the story,
I just got a text. It's titled "No Regrets."
No
We're
Regrets.
missing a
Yes,
letter.
No Regrets.
We're missing a letter.
Yeah. So and Thabos was weary at first when Mac and I wanted to come in and do some stuff, and that's completely understandable.
Yeah, of course.
I don't fault him in that at all, but I'm glad that he finally sees that we're not trying to take away from him. We're trying to climb this mountain together. It's not about me pulling myself up and then, oh, maybe you'll come up. No, we're doing all this shit in tandem. We're doing this shit together. The three of us together, you know? And whatever obstacles come our way, hey, we're going to fucking make this shit happen,
Mhm.
I'm actually kind of excited, and I just got another text from Jesse. He says it's going to be Lord Draven versus the Josh Zodiac, and Zodiac is going over.
What?
Just
well, now I know
kidding.
you're living in one of those fucking timelines we just talked about where fucking Hulk Hogan's fucking promo was erased.
Yeah. And I will any other things you can talk about besides the changing of the belts. I do agree that one of I got to hold the all content belt for a time, and it reminded me of the winged eagle from the 80s WWF era. But that dark web title, I don't know. I fell in love with the moment I saw it. It's like, dude, this belt is fucking sick.
And you know who designed that belt?
You?
I did.
Yeah.
That was my brainchild. And it came out so fucking good. I want to hold that title. I want to hold all 4 titles at the same time.
Or just do what I did at the last pay-per-view or the last PLE that I was at. Just hold one of them and take a picture. Hold one, take a picture.
No, I want
Hold one, take a
all
picture.
the titles, and then I'll retire.
Oh fuck.
And then after I retire, after winning all 4 titles, then the tournaments can happen for every single fucking title.
Oh my god.
That'd be insane, bro.
Right?
Wow. But like I said, besides the titles, is there anything else that you can talk about going forward? I had heard rumors of some stuff, but I don't want to.
Nah, bring it up. Fuck it. Bring it up. Let's go.
I heard rumors that there is a possible investor that wants to come into the company and make some monetary changes to the company.
Yeah, so we do have somebody that is interested in throwing some, not really throwing money our way, but putting money into us for us to get a building. So that way, instead of having to rent a venue anytime we want to put events on, we have our own venue. We have some place that's already ours. We can set it up how we want. We can decorate it how we want. We don't have to move the ring. People come to us.
Yeah.
And the potential for this is we start recording TNT as a live show.
Oh.
We start recording TNT as a live show. We charge people to go and watch TNT be, and granted, they're not going to pay the same price they would for the PLE. It'll be a lot cheaper.
Yeah.
And then we get what is it? Jesus Christ. What's that wrestling organization?
OVW.
We get something going like that where we have our own venue. We already have awesome fucking writers. We sit down and we talk about this and we talk about that, and a lot of times it's like, no, it's not going to work, or
Yeah.
this is going to work, you know. And so I did have the meeting with the investor. They're not going to do anything yet. They want to see what we can do with No Regrets. And then after
Fair.
No Regrets, we're going to go back in and talk again. We have contracts signed already for every single talent.
Yep,
And
I
so
signed mine.
hopefully we start making a little money, man, because like I told Jesse and like I told Mac, even if it's $20 here and $20 there, fuck, I know for me, hey, it's $20 I didn't fucking have,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and hopefully that 20 turns to 40, that 40 turns to 80,
Yeah.
you know, that 80 goes into 160 and so on and so forth. And the more that we're fucking booking these shows and more that we're putting our names out there,
Yeah.
it's more and more money that can go into the pocket of our talent, our company, and we can give more back to the people that come to our shows.
Yeah. And not just that, I know it's been discussed before, but you could also rent out the ring and or
Yep.
the venue for other things.
Yep.
That, you know.
I mean, how cool would it be if you want, you know, these kids have like fucking Get Air and all, Jumping World and all this other bullshit. How cool would it be as an adult to have a party at a place, to have your birthday party where there's a wrestling ring?
Oh,
Granted, you would have to sign waivers. You would have
Of
to sign
course.
waivers and shit, because
Of
if you get
course.
hurt, hey, that's on you. That's not on us. But think of how, I mean, shit, it could be a birthday venue when we're not doing shit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And
We could rent it out. We could rent it out for birthday parties where
Yeah.
we put on a fucking wrestling show for a kid that loves loves wrestling.
Yeah.
You know, there's tons of ways that we can make money off of this, but we don't want to overshadow the fact that we're in this for the fun.
Yeah.
Yes, we want to make money, but the fun aspect is the main part, because once we stop having fun with this, what are we doing this for? You know?
Yeah.
You know, I want to run it like a business. I want it to be run like a business, but I don't want it not to be fun for anybody. But I don't want it to be just about the fun, because on that same side of the coin, it's like, okay, well, if you're doing it just for the fun and you could give a two fucks about the business, then you're not going to care. Oh, well, this is what the story is going to say. This and that, because you're just there to have fun. So you got to be right there in the middle.
Yeah.
And you got to ride that fine line between the fun and the business of it, you know? And I feel like we're going to do that. We're going to get there. And the shit that we are cooking right now,
Yeah.
I will say, should we go ahead and announce the match that we're having at Proving Grounds in September?
I forgot Proving Grounds is around the corner. Holy shit. This is a DJ Zodiac exclusive here. You're hearing it here first.
There will be a match. I'm not going to give specifics, but there will be a match that has been cooked up from the devious mind of our darkest dark lord, Draven. And he is going to challenge somebody to a crucifixion match.
What?
Yes.
What? Can you say who it's going to be?
Okay, I will say it was supposed to be CJ Renegade.
The match we all want to see.
He said no.
Ha! Really?
Yes.
Yeah, he said no.
He said he was not comfortable with that kind of match. I think it's because he's a little bitch who's scared to get his ass whooped in the ring by Lord Draven. Oh my God, what happened there? Whew, sorry.
Is the Underworld title near you? Is that what happened?
You know what? I think it is.
Okay,
but
that explains that.
It was supposed to be CJ. I wanted to build this story, you know, and he said no, unfortunately, that he wasn't comfortable with it for whatever. Well, the reason he said no is because it's not just a crucifixion match. The loser will be crucified upside down.
What the fuck?
Yeah. It is there's no rules to this match. None. Mm-hmm. There's no referee. There's nothing. This is a full-on essentially death battle to the end, where the loser will be crucified upside down.
Wow.
I say this is a one of a kind match you've really never seen.
Wow. I've seen all kinds of matches and most of them were done by the fucking Undertaker, but I don't recall ever hearing or seeing a crucifix match. So the Catholic in me is curious. So I'm not gonna lie.
We are replacing, and this is how big this crucifix is going to be. We are replacing the boards on the ring, and those old boards will be what the crucifix is made out of.
A new era type of thing.
Yep.
Oh.
I like that.
Man, is that Lord Draven on the writing staff? Because
He is.
he may be a piece of shit, but he definitely has some good ideas. Whoa. What the fuck happened? Whoa. Where did that
Is the underworld title near you?
No, it's not actually. I have the underworld butt plug though. So
Hey, whoa, hey,
yeah, whatever.
that was a special birthday gift from Lord Draven right there.
Yeah, it's right here.
But no, I really wanted it to be against CJ, only because I know that's the matchup that everybody wants to see.
Yeah, it is. Everybody wants to see that match.
Whether they say it or not, that is when everybody heard that he was coming back to All Content Entertainment. That was the initial matchup everybody wanted, was CJ versus Draven.
100%.
And I want that match to happen. I want that match to happen really bad.
Mm-hmm.
But I want that match to happen with a prize on the line. I don't want that just to be a TNT match or a PLE match between the two in the company. No, I want there to be some kind of prize. So whether it's his little multimedia belt against my heavyweight championship, or hell, even the underworld title and full control of Mayhem,
what the fuck?
there will be a prize. Ooh. And in the words of the great Optimus Prime, one shall stand and one shall fall.
And I will quote Megatron to you. Why throw away your life so recklessly?
The chills went away.
That's, yeah, I know. Yeah. See, The Rock, yeah, they're not there no more. Yeah, sorry. Wow, that's, and I know I'm on the outside looking in, doing commentary and all that shit, but wow. There's a lot of cool shit coming in the future, and I'm very happy to be a part of all of this shit.
I will say, for this next upcoming Thursday night,
you're gonna shit your pants.
You're gonna be fucking shook, bro.
No spoilers.
I only saw today's match. I haven't seen any of the other matches. And what sucks is there was supposed to be one other match that would have just completely shocked all content entertainment to its core. But we didn't get to fucking record it.
Yep.
But
I will say this episode definitely will showcase a lot of.
I was going to say the last episode, and I have to thank my my commentary partner, Mr. Big Dick Bigums, for not spoiling the episode because he'd already seen it. But I didn't know Randy Steele had that in him. I was like, the fact that the man suplex Striker, and Striker is not a little guy. Striker is a big fucker, and he picked him up like he was nothing.
Let's just say that they fucking gave themselves a shot of adrenaline for this episode of TNT.
Ooh.
And that's just from what I've heard. Like I said, I haven't seen anything but today's match. But if you enjoyed last week's episode of TNT, this episode is going to blow your fucking mind.
Last week's episode is sitting at 461 views within 1 week.
Fuck yeah, let's
go. God, I have like 1/25th of that on my podcast. Fuck, I wish I had those kind of numbers. Shit. But
hey, you know what I just thought of? How long have I been the fucking champion for?
Almost a year. Or over a year, actually.
Has it been a year already?
Yeah, the first PLE was Well, you were the champion before the PLE, so
You were given it at TNT.
Bitch,
you
I
stole
earned
it. You stole it. Whoa! Trip McNeely came out again. I'm sorry. I apologize.
it. The Trip McNeely never existed.
Yeah, I meant Zodiac. I get them confused because they're one and the same
Let me see.
by a rubber mask.
You stupid.
Yeah.
That shit was so funny the way we fucking did that shit.
Yeah. Fucking Maniac was all Jose was like, dude, we were laughing. We thought that shit was hilarious. I'm like, well, we thought of it on the fly right before the episode. So because I was tired of calling myself Trip McNeely. I'm like, fuck it. If I'm gonna be me, I need to be Zodiac on the mic. And it worked out very well. And if you've noticed, the attitude has come out more since I revealed that Trip McNeely was actually DJ Zodiac.
Yeah, I mean, it works. It works. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I like doing the commentary, because it's fucking fun. I get to play, Dick Bigums, which is, he's just a different kind of character than what you normally am. You know
But
what
see,
I mean?
it's fun until you invite that little bitch Andrew Briggs along, little Andrew meaty man bitch boy. So
I like that guy.
I thought of it. I just thought of something as we're starting to wrap this up. If y'all get a building for the ring and all that, for all the tabies and all that, I have the name. I have the name for the building.
What's that?
The JXM Memorial Auditorium.
Oh dear
Oh.
fucking God, no. Oh shit.
You're wild.
Okay, so
See-
I became ace high on April 10th. That is when
So just over a year.
I officially became part of All Content Entertainment.
I don't think I ever got a graphic that said DJ Zodiac was ace high. I don't think I ever got one of those, and that's okay because
I think you.
I don't think I did. I legit.
No, I don't think you did either.
The very first taping that I was at, y'all didn't tell me I had a match until I got there. Like, oh yeah, you have a match with Thabo. So I'm like, thanks for the fucking heads up. Appreciate that, But also, I didn't know it was a tournament, so I was like, okay, cool, we'll make it work.
Mhm.
But fuck, it's been just over a year since we both walked. Oh, it's been just over a year since you were like, hey, I'm joining a wrestling promotion. You want to be my giant? Yeah. Where do I sign? Shit.
Well, see, and that's when I was like, fuck, I want to have a stable. Like, I don't want to just come out and it just be me. I mean, and I could have done it by myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I just, I wanted to bring my friends in because I was like, fuck, if I'm going to go have fun, I want my friends to have fun too.
Yeah, and you knew that myself and Jose are both big wrestling fans, so you know we would enjoy it. But the commentary didn't come along until after that first episode. I was like, we need better commentary. Can I do it? It had zero experience.
It's not that it was that we needed better commentary, because the commentary was so low. You know what I mean? Like back then, it's not that the commentary was bad, because it wasn't bad. It was just, it needed that oomph.
Yeah, it didn't have it. Yeah.
And so that's why I wanted you and Ben on it, because I know you guys have that oomph, and it's not taking anything away from Thabos. Who did it? Who used to do it with you, Thabos?
Oh, it was me and Thabos after the fact, but it was Anthony that did it first.
Anthony.
I think it was Anthony. The guy who lives
Oh,
in
yeah. Holy shit, Thabos.
Yeah.
10 days. I will be heavyweight champion for 365 days.
In 10 days, he'll be champion for a year. Damn. Roman Reigns style, huh?
Because Jeremy gave it to me May 26, 2023.
Holy shit.
Damn.
Wow.
You work on a fucking picture, I'll make you a graphic, bro.
Holy shit. And you know what? Fuck you, Zodiac, for saying I never defend my title. That's all I ever fucking do in matches, bitch.
But that's part of being the heel commentator.
I
gotta
know.
hate on you.
I know, but dude, and it sucks because it's like anytime a new guy comes in, who do they go for? Me. And I'm like, what
That
the
should-
fuck? What did
that
I
needs
do
to
to
change.
you?
That needs to change really quick. That's bullshit. You should not get a title shot your first.
They
fucking
go
match.
after the big dog.
I know,
Fuck
and I'm like,
that.
you're gonna lose. Why are you coming to me? Go fight somebody else.
Feed him to the madman. Shit.
Yeah, no shit. Madman needs some fucking W's.
Yes, he does. And some pudding too, because
He likes
they put
fried
him.
okra.
Oh God, yuck. Before we close it out, is there anything else y'all want to add to the changes coming to all content?
I don't have anything else unless Jesse has some shit that he wants to talk about. But I can't think of anything else.
You will see the return of some Fabulous Adventures vlogs that will be added to this channel because that was what originated all of this. So just stay tuned for that.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, he's bringing back Davos Adventures.
Nice.
It's going to be more content to throw onto, the site and stuff. And I helped him out because I want him to continue to do the thing that built this company. And so while it's not technically in the Ace realm, it's still what built All Content Entertainment. And so I want him to continue that and continue that part of the Ace legacy. So that way he's still building his own legacy as well. You know what I mean? He's still got that Thabos, that fan side to it, because that's the important part for him, is the fan side, because that's what got us to this point, was the fact that he was such a big fan of wrestling, you know? And so I threw him one of my cameras. I said, you need a battery for it, bro. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, I found 2 more memory cards.
Betty's.
I think one of them's but they're small. I think one's an 8 gig and the other one's like a 2 gig or something, but you can put something on them.
Just use your phone.
No, he's got an idea that he wants to do, and so I gave him the oldest camera that I have, which is probably from maybe early 2000s.
The idea I'm having is I want to do vlogs that's gonna showcase stuff here locally or whenever I travel. Just want to show the positive side, I guess you can say, of like the community, because I love to help out the community. I want to support everyone locally and all that, and I'm gonna give it its vintage vibe with this type of camera that Scuba gave me, because it deserves to be shown.
Okay. I do know something that is missing from all content is promos. We're not seeing as many promos.
I have been very vocal about that.
Yeah.
And I too am at fault of that. But yeah, we're slacking on the promos, guys.
I am thinking about I guess the grand tradition of the roast, especially with the Tom Brady roast that happened a couple weeks ago, that I was going to do a roast of Mayhem. Each individual person, just talk a little shit about them and then focus mainly on Draven. I'm still writing the script for that. This is one I'm actually going to write out. I don't normally write my promos out. This one I'm going to, because I'm going to have to. And talk shit about Randy, Disciple, maybe Howler. I'm not even sure if he's in fucking Mayhem or not. I don't fucking care. I'll still
He's not. He's in fucking Thabos' bullshit. The falling apart dynasty.
The part-time squad.
Just out.
But
you should have picked better, buddy. I told you. You should have picked better.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for that phone call. But either way,
bitch.
With that being said, and I did pick him up, by the way, twice.
Yeah, after like 5 tries.
No, I powerbombed him twice. Remember?
You were very winded. I saw the video.
I was tired. You're damn right. He's not.
Because it was hot in that building, bro.
Fuck yeah, it was. It wasn't windy. It was just fucking. It's hot.
I remember drinking the milk from the fridge.
Oh God, the milk that was there since the 80s. That's fucking nasty. Yeah. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and close out this episode.
Have you tried blue milk?
Yes, I have it in my fridge. It's fucking good.
Blue milk.
It's good.
Oh, that's real. Okay.
Yeah, it's at Walmart.
They have it at Walmart.
I just thought I'd let you know.
It's good. It's like vanilla flavored milk. It's good.
Oh, cool! I have to check
Yeah.
that out. Fuck yeah! As a true Star Wars fan, I will
I
try it
fucking
out.
hate you.
For those that couldn't see, live long and prosper sign for the Star Wars fans. We will go ahead and close out this episode that went a little longer than I wanted, but that's okay. I like good content. Jesse, we'll start with you if you want to share all your socials.
I'll be Thabos_adventures on all socials.
Quick and to the point. I like that. Mr. Scuba Steve, would you
Well,
like to
motherfuckers,
share yours?
if you want to follow me on Facebook, you can find me at Lord Steven Scuba Steve Vasquez. Shoot me a message because if you're just a random stranger, I'm not going to add you.
Unless
you
you're
can
hot.
look for well, no, not even. Well, yeah, if the woman approves, then yes, I will add you. On TikTok and Instagram and maybe X, I think I am Lord_Scuba Cabra. Lord_Scuba Cabra. Yes, and be sure to listen to my podcast, Somewhat Supernatural, Recycled Corn, and most importantly, the Gore and More podcast.
And I normally would share my socials and give you the whole make it so, but I have a segment I'm going to do after I close out with these two gentlemen. A new segment I'm doing on my own, just me, and I will let you know what it is when it comes. But anything you guys want to say before I close out this podcast?
Follow All Content Entertainment if you have not done so yet. We
Yes.
are the newest and hottest rising organization in the city of Corpus Christi, Texas, and we're branching out all over Texas, baby. If you watch our show and you see a content creator that you want in your organization for a match, call us, hit us up. There is a cell phone, there is an email address. You can message us on Facebook. Let us know, hey, we want to get Lord Draven out to this show. Hey, we want to get Thabos out to this show. Hey, we want to book Stryker even though he sucks. Call us. Let us know. You want Randy Steele? I'll give you Randy Steele. You want Howler and Madman naked together in your ring? Give us a call. There is no price that we will not accept. Call us. We will get you what you want.
Ugh, that's just fucking nasty, that thought. Jesse, anything else you want to add to that?
Just stay tuned. Like you said, make sure you drop a subscribe on YouTube and follow us on Facebook for updates for TNT. You never know what city we may be in. As a little spoiler alert, we might be in talks to participate in something in Beeville in the coming months. So stay tuned.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Beeville, watch your ass. Draven's coming, baby.
better wear a condom.
Never.
That's why I stick to anal, hanging and pregnant.
Yeah.
But close it out with these two gentlemen, and I will be back momentarily with my new segment, which is a surprise. So I'll be right back. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Josh Zodiac podcast. It's a couple of days since that previous filming was done with Mr. Jesse and Scuba Steve, two of the three owners of All Content Entertainment. As you can tell, I'm wearing a different shirt, and I'm wearing a hat only because my hair is everywhere this morning, and I don't want people seeing how fucked up my hair is. So I put on a hat. Can't find my Texas Rangers hat for some reason. I don't know where the fuck it is. So I threw on my Boston Red Sox hat. Whatever. Anyway, I'm rambling. I initially was going to do a segment here talking about some other stuff, and I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do that on its own separate show with just me on it, or maybe another friend of mine. I'll get to that in a second. But the idea that I had was there was, I should say, a radio talk show down in beautiful San Diego, California, that I discovered when I was stationed on board the USS Nimitz. It's now up in Washington State now, but at the time, back in 2002, she was home ported in San Diego, and I found this talk show totally by accident. Fell in love with the show. Been listening to them ever since. In the age of podcast and digital media, I was able to find them on different venues like iHeart and Apple Podcasts, stuff like that. So I'm going back and I'm re-listening to some of their shows. And right now I'm in the beginning of the pandemic. and I want to do kind of like a perspective of what we were doing, how things went. But I do want to do it from my perspective because during that time, I had written in to the show and had answered, or they would have you write in and give your life stories or tales of shit that's going on with life in general, like bits like I'm stupid or tales from the home, and it was done like a news broadcast, stuff like you have to listen to it to appreciate it. But if you ever want to give them a listen, they are on iHeartRadio as well as Apple Podcasts. If you can get past the commercials, and they're not the commercials for the show, they're the commercials from iHeart or Apple. If you can get past all that, and they do them somewhat frequently, it's like a 3-4 hour show, and like I want to say 20 minutes of it is commercial, but you can fast forward. You can fast forward the commercials, which is what I do. But they are called DSC, Delta Sierra Charlie, for all my military members out there. DSC On Demand. Initially, it was called the Dave, Shelley, and Chainsaw Show. Before that, it was called the Dawn Patrol back on April 1st, 1990. Going to send them some love. The show has since been canceled, discontinued after 32 years almost. So, like I said, I'll be doing perspectives of stuff that I wrote in about just here and there. I'm not going to do it all the time, but I do want to get a very near and dear friend of mine. Her name is Holly. I'm sorry, I just got a memo here. Hall of Famer Holly, class of 2020, right in the middle of the fucking pandemic, as she gets into the Hall of Fame of the DSC. So I'm trying to get her to come on the show. I know she's busy. I'm not one to pry, so I'm not going to. But I do want her on the show, and I do want people who, and I'll promote this as best I can on Facebook and social media. But I do want input from other fans of the show, and even possibly do a series of podcasts with fans of said show. There's people that are on the Facebook page that are very vocal about the fact that the show has been canceled, but you can still listen to the show from when they returned in, I think it was August of 2018 is when they returned to the radio station, the KGB, down there in San Diego. And yes, the radio station is called KGB. That is no joke. But they came back in August, like the beginning of August of 2018, and ran it out all the way up until what was it? 2022 was the December of 2022 was their last episode. So you can definitely go through all those. And for people that are new going into it, it may take you a minute to kind of get used to it. For someone who's been listening to it for 20 years, over 20 years now, it definitely is a staple, and you'll definitely get a kick out of Chris Boyer. He's pretty funny. Like, well, David, I have the velocity of the vectorials. David, that's just how he talks. They make fun of it. They're called puppets. Enjoy it for what it is. But I'll be doing something about that later on. I do want to send Dave a tweet and hopefully get his blessing on this, because that is his baby. That is his show. And I don't want to step on anybody's toes, but I definitely do love the show, and I want to give it some sort of love and credit that it deserves, because it definitely deserves to still be on the air. I am not the biggest Howard Stern fan. I've never been I love the movie he did about himself. It's fun to watch, but I still think that the DSC should have been syndicated nationwide. It's that good of a show, but that's just what I know. I'm sure there's reasons why it never did. Also, I'll be doing reviews of different shows. Actually, this weekend, today's Sunday. Later today, I'll be doing finishing binging X-Men 97, which I think I got to episode 5 before I stopped. I'm going to continue that this weekend. I'm going to try to see if I can get Scuba to do a review with me on that, just because, he watched it. He was very good about not giving spoilers, and I appreciate that. But he did say that there's like 1 or 2 directions they're going to go. Excuse me. And so I definitely want to give that a second, or not really give it a second chance, but finish it. I was a fan of the show when I was a kid. I was a teenager actually when X-Men came out in '92. I was actually 16, but I still appreciated it. And of course, with the Spider-Man cartoon that came out around the same time. And for what I'm seeing from social media, that there's a lot of cameos from the Marvel comics in the next couple of episodes. So I'm looking forward to that. So we're doing reviews of different shows as well as movies as they come out. I want to do a special I did a Star Wars episode already, but I want to do it with more people and have, especially on May the 25th, which is when the original Star Wars came out in 1977. So I want to get people on that are also Star Wars fans and talk about that. I wish I'd done a First Contact one, but I don't know anybody who likes Star Trek other than me. So that's why I didn't do it. But I have other ideas going on out there. Just an update on the podcast. I am looking for more ways to get the podcast out there. Right now, I just do it on YouTube and on Spotify. I am looking into doing it on Apple Podcasts. There's other means out there that you can put your podcast out there. I just need to research them and figure them out and try to get them out there. This podcast is still in its infancy, and piece of advice that my buddy Ben gave me on his podcast, the Recycle Corn podcast, which I've been on a couple of times. He had told me early on that, hey, bro, you're not going to hit the success right away. He's like, even my numbers are not what I want them to be, but I have an audience and you need to find yours. And once you do, then you just run with it. And that is probably the best advice I could be given, because I think I have less than 50 followers total. So, and I'm not discouraged by that. I understand that Rome wasn't built in a day. I'm still finding my audience. I'm still finding my niche. I'm trying to do a little bit of wrestling with pop culture, movies, music, stuff like that. But I'm also trying to branch out to other ideas. That's why I have the email for people to send me, if they want to send me topics, like, hey, how about you talk about this? And then I'll look into it and research and all that good stuff. But going forward, besides the Facebook page and the Spotify page that I have for the podcast, which you can search for just search the Jazz Zodiac podcast on Facebook and on Spotify. I'm looking into creating an Instagram page for the podcast where I'll just post dumb memes and dumb videos that I see on TikTok, stuff like that. And even on X as well. Just mainly the X will be there to talk shit about the other wrestlers and all content, or maybe even kind of razz some of the professional wrestlers, because that's what I like to do. I've gotten blocked by a couple of professional WWE wrestlers for my comments. But that's fine. I don't care. But I definitely do want to be more engaging in the social media world. I'm not quite there yet. I'm still learning how to do everything. So with that being said, this is the Jazz Zodiac podcast. Make sure you like and subscribe and follow us on Facebook and Spotify. Just search the Jazz Zodiac podcast. You can also find us or find my personal page on TikTok. Just search the Josh Zodiac. And like I said, more and more is coming in the realm of social media presence. So until then, again, I am the Jazz Zodiac. This is the Jazz Zodiac podcast. May the force be with you.